जो नींद उड़ा देते हैं। Just as I was settling down in Mumbai, I was called back to Ahmedabad to help my brother to run his PVC film factory. It was 1981 and I was just turned 19. Managing a factory at this young age taught me what no textbook could. It taught me the resilience needed to manage daily operational challenges. I got exposed to the complexities of managing people, especially factory workers. And I learned the challenges of the license Raj, where just a few companies controlled the landscape and did not want any change. Reflecting back, all of these experiences proved to be invaluable for me, as the most significant decade of India's transformations was just about to get started. And this in turn gave me the platform for transformations that was to reshape my thinking forever. मुन्ना भाई फिल्म की सबसे गहरी बातों में से एक ये थी कि बापू ने कहा था बदलाव लाना है तो सोच बदलनी होगी। In 1985, Shri Rajiv Gandhi, then the Prime Minister of our country, began liberalizing our economy by easing import licensing norms. This was a quite but significant reform. It was as if an economic pressure valve had opened up. We moved fast, becoming early importers of polymers and laying the foundations for our trading house. I was 23. Then came 1991 and India faced one of the darkest ever, with just 10 days of foreign exchange reserves left. Under the decisive leadership of the then Prime Minister, Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao, and Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, India launched a historic economic reset. 3 words define it: devaluations, deregulations, and globalizations. This marked the fall of many major established corporates who had the protection of license Raj. But for us, first generation entrepreneurs, it was the spark of reinventions we had been waiting for. We immediately established a global trading business, which in just 2 years went on to become India's largest trading house. This year was 1993, and I had already turned 31. Progress is never linear. And the biggest opportunity almost always emerge on the other side of the hurricanes. जहां सबने तूफान देखा, वहां कुछ ने अपनी नाव निकाली और समंदर पार कर लिया. Because in moments when others back off in fear,
my Dyson Airwrap harnesses the Coanda effect to create multiple looks. It lets me shape with precision, smooth and hide flyaways, and achieve curls faster. Everyday styling for all hair types. No heat damage.
the operating DNA of the Adani Group. It was this spirit that carried us into 1995. Adani Exports, which you know as Adani Enterprise, went public. The listing came at an extraordinary 14 times premium. I was 33. On paper, it was a moment of a great validation. But within me, it also raised a deeper question. Was I trading value, or was I truly building it? I realized that if we were to shape the future, it was a time to make a bold decision. Trading commodities had given us a momentum, but it was time to build. The very infrastructures that carried those commodities, connected economies, and enabled nations to grow. From that moment on, I decided to build. I decided to chasing the tide and instead become the coastline that shaped the tide. And I decided to stop reacting to change and instead become the foundation that shaped the change. And it all started in Mundra with the objective to build a salt export jetty along with a US partner. To make a long story short, the partner backed out and we were left to build the jetty by ourselves. Around this time, in 1995-96, Gujarat government pioneered a public-private partnership policy for port development, aiming to tap private sector capabilities. We dived right in. Keep in mind, we had never laid a brick before. Almost everyone called it madness. A port in a marshland to be built by a team with a no construction experience. The fact is, in October 1998, our Mundra port commenced operations with its first berth, thereby making India's first private port launch. Thereafter, a few years later, the SEZ policy was announced. Once again, we moved fast, while others saw a barren land. We saw 40,000 acres of possibility. My dear friends, Mundra is the manifestations of a belief made real. It is a reminder that vision dares, destiny bends. It is now India's largest multi-cargo port, the world's largest private single-site thermal power plant, India's first HVDC transmission line, India's largest integrated solar and wind manufacturing hub, and a cluster of vital industries that include petrochemicals, copper smelter, solar accessories, and much more yet to come. However, the real story of Mundra is not about what we built. It is more about what it built within us. It gave us the courage to look beyond limits. It gave us the belief that barren salt lands could be converted to a world-class infrastructures. And it gave us the convictions that if we could make it happen once, we could do it again, bigger, faster, and bolder. And what started in our Karma Bhumi has now become a pan-India network of dreams, powering our growth that has made us the world's second largest solar power company and building world largest single site hybrid renewable park of a 30 gigawatt spanning over 500 square kilometers. India's largest integrated private airport operators with over 25% of India's passengers and 38% of our nation's air cargo. India's largest ports and logistics network, handling 30% of nation's seaborne cargo. Most highly integrated energy business, encompassing thermal and renewable generations, transmissions, distributions, LNG, LPG, CNG, PNG, battery storage, hydrogen trucks, EV charging stations, pump hydro, and mining. India's second largest and most efficient cement manufacturer, as well as aerospace and defense, data centers, and real estate. My dear friends, one point I would urge you to keep in mind is that our investments are manifestations of our belief in the future of India. In our energy grids, in our logistics arteries, in our industrial backbone. And it is with these convictions that we are preparing for a capital expenditures investment of nearly 100 billion US dollar over the next 5 years. The scale and pace of this investment and its commitment is unprecedented in India's private sector history. As we do our part for strengthening the very spine of India's rise, a spine that must be unbreakable, a spine that must carry 1.4 billion dreams, a spine that tells the world that India's rise is inevitable. My dear friends, let me now shift gears and speak about the role entrepreneurs like us and potentially like you can play together. But first, allow me to share a deeply troubling statistics. I was shocked to learn that low back pain is now the leading cause of a disability in India, ahead of conditions like a diabetic and heart disease. India is facing a spinal epidemic.
हम फूल से शुरू करेंगे।
Dubai, ready for a surprise?
Experiences low back pain. This is not merely a health issue. It is a national crisis, measured not just in pain, but in lost productivity, mounting healthcare costs, and destroyed dreams. If we are to carry the full weight of our national ambitions, we must first heal the spine of our people. To me, this is not just a call for medical interventions. It is a call for entrepreneurial imaginations. And it must have active participations from your side. So today, I would urge you to consider that one of you build India's first AI-powered spinal diagnostic platform that detects degenerations long before disability. Another reimagines rural surgery, creating low-cost, high-impact mobile operating theatres that bring hope to the villages. The third pioneers, the spinal hospital of the future, a global center for a robotic surgery, regenerative medicine, and a next-gen bio-integrated implants. As an entrepreneur, I can say that the possibilities are endless. But we must have the belief and the audacity to pioneer this change. That is why I urge you to see yourselves as more than just medical professionals. And in turn, here is my promise. The Adani Group stands ready to walk with you, and we have already embarked on our journey. 3 years ago, on my 60th birthday, my family pledged rupees 60,000 crores towards healthcare education and skill development. We did not enter healthcare minds in India. We entered because the momentum was not enough. The pace of change was out of step with the urgency of future demands. As the landscape unfolded, one truth stood out. Healthcare does not need incremental upgrades. It needs a system-wide redesign. Not an evolutions, but a revolutions rooted in intelligence as well as empathy. We saw the opportunity not to compete within the system, but to help reimagine it and build a systems that evolves with science, respond to shifting needs, and harness the full power of AI without losing sight of the human at the center. At the heart of our approach is a comprehensive, multidisciplinary model that breaks traditional silos. Today, clinical care, academic training, and research operate in parallel, but rarely in sync. We envision a system where they converge, each reinforcing the other, where adjacent sectors like technology, management, and service are not afterthoughts, but part of an integrated fabric delivering outcomes. Therefore, we are investing in modular, scalable infrastructures of the kind that can expand rapidly in the face of pandemics or emergencies. We are championing the creation of large, world-class healthcare institutes that bring together innovations, patient care, and applied learning under one roof. We also believe that academic training must evolve. So our focus is on fostering doctors who not only heal but also lead with skills in robotics, AI, systems thinking, and healthcare management. Their educations must go beyond anatomy to include empathy, ethics, and enterprise. We also realize that we cannot speak of transformations without making stronger the spine of the systems that comes from our nursing and our paramedical forces. Hence, we are also investing in building top-tier training institutes and establishing rigorous protocols to ensure that quality becomes a habit, not an exception. Finally, we must reimagine how healthcare is financed by placing people and not paperwork at the center. Human-centric insurance products that support and empower families will be a cornerstone of the new healthcare architectures we'll do our best to build. We are here to build India's healthcare for tomorrow and a system that is integrated, intelligent, inclusive, and inspired. And we'll be delivering on this promise through the Adani healthcare temples that are 1,000-bed integrated campuses that we will initiate from Ahmedabad and Mumbai. These are designed to be world-class, affordable, AI-first healthcare ecosystem. And we are proud to have the Mayo Clinic guiding us on the design, implementations, and global standards in our medical infrastructure and research. And so, my dear friends, in closing, let me leave you with my final thoughts. If you dream of a medtech breakthrough, go for it. If you can imagine a spinal care revolutions, go for it. By saluting you for the work you do. Your humanity, is what restores your patient's dignity. It gives them the strength, the spine you save today may belong to the engineer who designs tomorrow's bridges, the farmer who feeds our cities, the scientist who invents our next vaccine, or the entrepreneur who builds our next billion-dollar company. So let us stand tall. Let us stand together and let us build the backbone of our great nations. Thank you. Jai Hind. The momentum was not enough. The pace of change was out of step with the urgency of future demands. As the landscape unfolded, one truth stood out. Healthcare does not need incremental upgrades. It needs a system-wide minds in India. Let me begin by saluting you for the work you do. Your humanity is what restores your patient's dignity. It gives them the strength and the courage to stand tall again. To the world, you may be known as our spine doctors, but for your patients, you are something far greater. You represent hope. And speaking of hope, let me share something personal. One of my all-time favorite movie is Munna by MBBS. Not just for the laughter, but for the message. Munna Bhai was not just healing people with a medicine. He was healing them with a humanity. It reminded us all that true healing goes far beyond surgery. Healing is hope. Healing is humanity. जैसा कि मुन्ना भाई ने कहा था कि जादू की झप्पी हो या सर्जरी का स्कैल्पेल, दोनों में एक ही बात होती है और वो है इंसानियत. My dear friends, when I was first invited to speak here, I hesitated. What could I, as a builder of enterprises, possibly offer to you, the healers of spines?
तो अब से कुछ ही लम्हों के बाद, कुछ ही देर के बाद प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी नामीबिया के संसद को संबोधित करने वाले हैं। प्रधानमंत्री वहां पहुंच चुके हैं, आप इन तस्वीरों में देख सकते हैं।
तो भारत यहाँ पर साझेदारी की
is a moment of historical significance and a powerful reaffirmation of the enduring friendship between Namibia and India. This is the first time in 27 years that the Prime Minister of India addresses our parliament, a milestone that rekindles the memory of your predecessor's visit in 1998 and marks a new era of closer cooperation between our two nations. Your Excellency, honorable members, India's support to Namibia during our struggle for liberation is deeply etched in our national memory. India was amongst the first countries to extend formal diplomatic recognition to SWAPO and hosted our liberation leaders during the fight for our freedom. The bonds formed in those formative years of Namibia's nationhood laid the foundation for the vibrant, multi-dimensional partnership we enjoy today. Today, India and Namibia share common values of democracy, sovereignty, non-alignment, and South-South cooperation, and the belief that development must be people-centered and sustainable. These principles continue to guide our engagements across multiple sectors, including in trade, health, education, defense, energy, and digital transformation. Your Excellency, honorable members, at the heart of our democracies lies the institution of parliament. This is the arena where voices of the people shape national progress and governance. As elected representatives, we carry a duty not only to our constituents, but also to foster solidarity with fellow legislatures around the world. In this regard, parliament-to-parliament cooperation between Namibia and India is of great importance as it enhances mutual learning and the exchange of best legislative practices from committee structures to citizen engagement, while promoting collaboration on global development priorities such as poverty eradication, gender equality, and climate action. It also builds capacity within parliamentary institutions through staff exchanges, digital transformation initiatives, and the sharing of legislative resources, and contributes to stronger people-to-people connections through youth exchanges, educational, and the promotion of cultural understanding. Furthermore, through active participation in global fora such as the Inter-Parliamentary Union and the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, our legislatures have a vital role to play in advancing common positions on issues such as United Nations Security Council reform, climate justice, and equitable global governance. Namibia continues to call for the democratization of international institutions to ensure that the voices of the Global South are meaningfully heard. Let us take this occasion to commit ourselves to institutionalizing interparliamentary dialogue between Namibia and India through formal cooperation frameworks, exchange visits, and technical partnerships that bring lasting value to both our people. Your Excellency, honorable members, as our two nations continue to deepen cooperation in critical areas, Namibia is proud to be a partner in India's development initiatives across Africa, and we welcome the support we have received in health, particularly in pharmaceutical supplies, education through scholarships, and capacity building programs through the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation, ITEC framework. Namibia is also closely following India's strides in renewable energy, digital infrastructure, and agricultural innovation, critical sectors where we believe there is vast potential for further cooperation. We look forward to transforming our engagements into tangible joint ventures that benefit our citizens and advance our development priorities under Vision 2030 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As we navigate a world challenged by conflict, climate change, food insecurity, and rising inequality, we must stand together to advance the aspirations of developing nations, championing a rules-based international order that is inclusive, equitable, and responsive to the developmental needs of all nations. In this context, Namibia views India not only as a trusted friend, but also as a strategic partner and a moral force on the global stage. Your voice, Your Excellency, resonates with the hopes and dreams of many across the global South. Your Excellency, honorable members, this special session is more than a ceremonial moment. It is a statement of intent, a declaration that Namibia and India are committed to deepening our friendship, expanding our cooperation, and elevating our shared global voice. Prime Minister Modi, your visit today reignites the flame of solidarity between our nations and brings new energy to our partnership. We are deeply honored to receive you in this House of the People of Namibia. On behalf of all members of Parliament and the people of Namibia, I welcome you, Your Excellency, to our democratic institution and invite you to share your vision and reflections with us. Let us together build a partnership that not only honors our shared past, but boldly shapes a future of dignity, equality, and prosperity for all. I now have the honor to invite His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, to address this special session of Parliament.
Honorable Madam Speaker, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Speaker, esteemed members of Parliament, my dear brothers and sisters, Omba Uhala Ponawa. Good afternoon. It is a great privilege to address this august house, a temple of democracy. I thank you for giving me this honor. I stand before you as a representative of the mother of democracy. And I bring with me warm greetings from 1.4 billion people of India. Please allow me to begin with congratulating each and every one of you. People have given you the mandate to serve this great nation. In politics, as you know, that is both an honor and a great responsibility. I wish you success in fulfilling the aspirations of your people. Friends, a few months ago, you celebrated a historic moment. Namibia elected its first women president. We understand and share your pride and joy because in India, we also proudly say, Madam President. ये भारत का संविधान है जिसके कारण एक गरीब आदिवासी परिवार की बेटी आज दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र की राष्ट्रपति है। ये संविधान की ही ताकत है जिसके कारण मुझ जैसे गरीब परिवार में जन्मे व्यक्ति को लगातार तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बनने का अवसर मिला है। जिसके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, उसके पास संविधान की गारंटी है। It is the power of India's constitution that a daughter from a poor tribal family is today the President of India. It is this very constitution that gave someone like me the chance to become Prime Minister. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. When you have nothing, the Constitution gives you everything. Distinguished members, as I stand in this august house, I pay tribute to the first president and founding father of Namibia, President Sam Nujoma, who passed away earlier this year. He once said, and I quote, "Our achievements of independence imposes upon us a heavy responsibility not only to defend our hard-won liberty, but also to set ourselves higher standards of equality, justice, and opportunity for all. Without regard to race, creed, or color," I unquote. His vision of a just and free nation continue to inspire us all. We also honor the memories of the heroes of your freedom struggle, Hoshia Kutako, Hendrik Witbooi, Mandubai Yanade Mufayo, and many others. The people of India stood proudly with Namibia during your liberation struggle. Even before our own independence, India raised the issue of Southwest Africa at the United Nations. We supported SWAPO in your quest for freedom. In fact, New Delhi hosted their first ever diplomatic office abroad. And it was an Indian, Lieutenant General Diwan Premchand, who led the UN peacekeeping force in Namibia. India is proud to have stood with you, not just in words, but in action. As the well-known Namibian poet Mulvayan Nongola wrote, and I quote, "When freedom comes home to our country, we will proudly erect the finest monument in memory." Unquote. Today, this very parliament and this free and proud Namibia are living monuments. Distinguished members, India and Namibia have much in common. We both fought colonial rule. We both value dignity and freedom. Our Constitution guides us to uphold equality, liberty, and justice. We are part of the global South, and our people share the same hopes and dreams. Today, I'm deeply honored to receive Namibia's highest civilian award as a symbol of the friendship between our peoples. Like the tough and elegant plants of Namibia, our friendship has stood the test of time. It quietly thrives in even the most dry of seasons. And just like your national Welwitschia mirabilis, it only grows stronger with age and time. On behalf of 1.4 billion people of India, I once again thank the President, the government, and the people of Namibia for this honor. Friends, India attaches great importance to its historic relation with Namibia. We not only value our ties from the past, but we are also focused on realizing the potential of our shared future. We see great value in working together on Namibia's Vision 2030 and the Harambee Prosperity Plan. And at the heart of our partnership are our people. Over 1,700 Namibians have benefited from scholarships and capacity building programs in India. We are excited to support the next generation of Namibian scientists, doctors, and leaders. The Center of Excellence in IT, the India wing at the JADS campus of the University of Namibia, and training in defense and security. Each one of them reflects our shared belief that capacity is the best currency. Speaking of currency, we are thrilled that Namibia is the first country to adopt India's UPI, Unified Payment Interface Technology. Soon, people will be able to send money faster than one can say Tangi Unene. Soon, a Himba, grandmother in Kunene, or a shopkeeper in Katutura will be able to go digital with just a tap faster than a springbok. Our bilateral trade has crossed $800 million. But like on the cricket field, we are just warming up. We will score faster and score more. We are honored to support Namibia's youth through the new Entrepreneurship Development Center. It will be a place where business dreams can get mentorship, funding, and friends too. Health is another pillar of our shared priority. India's health insurance scheme, Ayushman Bharat, covers nearly 500 million people. But India's concern for health is not limited to Indians alone. India's mission, One Earth, One Health, views health as a shared global responsibility. During the pandemic, we stood with Africa, providing vaccines and medicines, even when many others refused to share. Our Arogya Maitri initiative supports Africa with hospitals, equipment, medicines, and training. India is ready to supply Namibia with a Bhabha-tron radiotherapy machine for advanced cancer care. This machine, developed in India, had been deployed in 15 countries and has helped nearly 500,000 patients in different countries with critical cancer care. We also invite Namibia to join the Jan Aushadhi program for access to affordable and quality medicines. Under this program, cost of medicines in India has been brought down by 50 to 80%. It is helping more than 1 million Indians daily. And so far, it has helped patients save nearly $4.5 billion in healthcare costs. Friends, India and Namibia have a powerful story of cooperation, conservation, and compassion. When you help us in reintroducing cheetahs in our country, we are deeply grateful for your gift. I had the privilege of releasing them into the Kuno National Park. They have sent a message for you. Inima Aishe Oili Nawa. Everything is fine. They are happy and have adapted well in their new home. They have grown in numbers as well. Clearly, they are enjoying their time in India. Friends, we are working together through initiatives like the International Solar Alliance and Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Today, Namibia has joined the Global Biofuel Alliance and the International Big Cat Alliance. As we look to the future, let us be guided by Namibia's national bird, the African fish eagle. Known for its sharp vision and majestic flight, it teaches us to soar together, scan the horizon, and boldly reach out for opportunities. Friends, in 2018, I had laid out 10 principles of our engagements with Africa. Today, I reaffirm India's full commitment to them. They are based on respect, equality, and mutual benefit. We seek not to compete, but to cooperate. Our goal is to build together, not to take but to grow together. Our development partnership in Africa is worth over $12 billion. But its real value is in shared growth and shared purpose. We continue to build local skills, create local jobs, and support local innovation. We believe that Africa must not be just a source of raw materials. Africa must lead in value creation and sustainable growth. That is why we fully support Africa's Agenda 2063 for industrialization. We are ready to expand our cooperation in defense and security. India values Africa's role in world affairs. We championed Africa's voice during our G20 presidency, and we proudly welcome the African Union as a permanent member of the G20. Friends, भारत आज अपने विकास के साथ ही दुनिया के सपनों को भी दिशा दे रहा है और इसमें भी हमारा जोर ग्लोबल साउथ पर है. In the 20th century, India's independence lit a spark, one that inspired freedom movements across the world, including here in Africa. In the 21st century, India's development lights a path showing that the global south can rise, lead, and shape its own future. The message is, you can succeed on your own terms without losing your identity. यह भारत का संदेश है कि आप अपने रास्ते पर चलकर अपनी संस्कृति और गरिमा के साथ सफलता पा सकते हैं. For this message to echo louder, we must act together. Let us create a future defined not by power, but by partnership. Not by dominance, but by dialogue. Not by exclusion, but by equity. This will be the spirit of our shared vision. From freedom to future, स्वतंत्रता से समृद्धि, संकल्प से सिद्धि. From the spark of independence to the light of shared progress, let us walk this path together. As two nations forged in the fires of freedom, let us now dream and build a future of dignity, equality, and opportunity. Not just for our people, but for all of humanity. Let us move forward as partners for peace, progress, and prosperity. Let our children not only inherited the freedom we fought for, but the future we will build together. As I stand here today, I am full of hope. The best days of India-Namibia relations are ahead of us. Friends, I conclude by wishing Namibia great success in co-hosting the 2027 Cricket World Cup. And if your Eagles need any cricket tips, you know whom to call. Thank you once again for this honor. Tangi Unene. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
The Honorable Jagdeo Singh, Member of Parliament, Speaker of the House of Representatives. The Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India. The Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa, SC, MP, Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Members of Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Members of the Diplomatic Corps. Distinguished guests. Members of the media. As President of the Senate, it is a distinct privilege to welcome you all to this joint assembly of the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We have convened this Parliament to receive a most distinguished guest, the Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Prime Minister, your presence today powerfully reflects the enduring friendship between Trinidad and Tobago and India, built on shared heritage, cultural bonds, and a mutual commitment to democracy. Both our nations are proud parliamentary democracies, shaped by vibrant, diverse societies and institutions that give voice to the will of the people. It is in our respective houses, Trinidad and Tobago House of Representatives and the Senate, and the India's Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that our democratic values are continuously upheld. Our history of parliamentary engagement is long and meaningful. I recall with pride the 2012 visit of the Honorable Meera Kumar, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, for the Commonwealth Speakers Conference, and my own reciprocal visit to India later that year. These exchanges have reaffirmed our dedication to dialogue, mutual learning, and inter-parliamentary cooperation. On behalf of all members of Parliament and the people of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, I extend to you, Honorable Prime Minister, a warm and heartfelt welcome. Welcome.
Honorable members of the Joint Assembly, I stand today in this distinguished and august chamber before a powerful symbol of the enduring and lasting friendship of our two nations. Honorable Prime Minister, the Speaker's chair was gifted to this Parliament by the Government of India in 1968. The seemingly simple gift of this chair honors the deep-rooted ties between our two nations, and these exchanges serve to reaffirm our shared commitment to institutional dialogue and the enduring value of interparliamentary cooperation. I therefore, with the utmost privilege and profound pride, now invite you, the Honorable Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, to address this joint assembly.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Vishesarji, Honorable President of the Senate, Mr. Wade Mark, Honorable Speaker, Mr. Jagdev Singh, Honorable Ministers, distinguished members of Parliament, Namaskar, Suprabhat, good morning. I'm deeply honored to stand before you, the elected representatives of a proud democracy and a friendly nation. I bring greetings from 1.4 billion people of India. I also bring warm wishes from the people of Ghana, the country I visited just before arriving here. I am humbled to be the first Indian Prime Minister to speak to you in this iconic Red House. This historic red building has seen struggles and sacrifices of the people of Trinidad and Tobago for freedom and dignity. Over the past 6 decades, it has stood strong as you built a just, inclusive, and prosperous democracy. Friends, the people of this great nation have chosen two remarkable women leaders, the President and the Prime Minister. They proudly call themselves daughter of the Indian diaspora. They take pride in their Indian heritage. In India, we admire their leadership, greed, and determination. They are living symbols of the relationship between our countries, built on shared roots and shared dreams. Distinguished members, both our nations rose from the shadows of colonial rule to write our own stories with courage as our ink and democracy as our pen. Today, both our nations stand as proud democracies and pillars of strength in the modern world. A couple of months ago, you celebrated the Festival of Democracy by participating in elections. I congratulate the people of this country for their wisdom and vision for peace, stability, and prosperity. I also congratulate the newly elected members of this august House. I extend special greetings to Prime Minister Kamalaji for forming the government once again. And I wish her continued success as she leads this great nation towards sustained growth and prosperity. Friends, when I look at the golden words of the Speaker's chair from the people of India to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I feel a deep sense of emotion. That chair is not just a piece of furniture, but a powerful symbol of the friendship and trust between our two nations. The words expresses the bond that one democracy feels for another. आप सभी जानते हैं, भारतीयों के लिए डेमोक्रेसी सिर्फ एक पॉलिटिकल मॉडल भर नहीं है, हमारे लिए ये वे ऑफ लाइफ है, हमारी हजारों वर्षों की महान विरासत है। इस संसद में भी कई साथी ऐसे हैं जिनके पूर्वज बिहार से हैं। वो बिहार जो महाजनपदों यानी एंशिएंट रिपब्लिक्स की भूमि है। In India, democracy is not just a political system. For us, it is a way of life. Your parliament also has some members whose forefathers were from the Indian state of Bihar, which is famous for centers like Vaishali. Friends, there is a natural warmth in the connection between our two countries. I must say, Indians are among the most passionate fans of the West Indies cricket team. We cheer for them with all our heart, except when they are playing against India. The relationship between our two countries is based on the foundation of centuries-old bonds. 180 years ago, the first Indians arrived on this land after a long and hard journey. Oceans away, the Indian beats blended beautifully with the Caribbean rhythm. Here, Bhojpuri found harmony with Creole. Dal puri met doubles, and tabla met the steel pan. Today, the people of Indian origin are proud bearers of the red, black, and white flag. From politics to poetry, cricket to commerce, calypso to chutney, they contribute to every field. They are an integral part of the vibrant diversity that you all respect. Together, you have built a nation that lives its motto, together we aspire, together we achieve. Friends, earlier today, Her Excellency, the President, graciously confirmed upon me this country's highest national award. I accept it with humility on behalf of 1.4 billion Indians. Now, with immense gratitude, I dedicate it to the enduring friendship and the ancestral ties between our two nations. Friends, I'm delighted to so many women members in this House. Respect for women is deeply rooted in Indian culture. One of our important holy texts, the Skanda Purana, says, Dasaputro sama kanya, Dasaputran pravardhayan, Yat phalam labhate mratyam, Tat labhyam kanya ekaya. It means one daughter brings as much happiness as 10 sons. We are strengthening the hands of women to build a modern India. From space to sports, startups to science, education to enterprise, aviation to armed forces, they are leading India to a new future in various domains. Like you, we have our women who rose from humble beginnings to become our president. Two years ago, the Indian Parliament took a historic step, which decided to ensure a 33% reservation for women in Parliament and state assemblies. This assurance that is the coming generations, more and more women will decide the destiny and direction of the nation. Women leaders are also thriving at the grassroots in India. Around 1.5 million elected women power local governor institutions. We are in an era of women-led development. This was also one of the important themes that we furthered during our G20 presidency. हम भारत में विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट का एक नया मॉडल विकसित कर रहे हैं। अपनी G20 प्रेसिडेंसी के दौरान भी इस मॉडल की सफलता को हमने पूरी दुनिया के सामने रखा है। Distinguished members, today India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. Every sector, every region, and every society is part of this growth story. India's growth is inclusive and people-centric. A recent report of the International Labour Organization notes that India's social security and welfare umbrella covers 950 million people. That is almost 1 billion people, which is a greater population than most countries in the world. Our vision for such inclusive growth does not stop at our borders. We see our development also as a responsibility towards others, and our priority will always be the global South. With the same spirit, we are deepening our relations with Trinidad and Tobago. Our trade will continue to grow. We will encourage our businesses to invest more in this country. Our development partnership will expand. Training capacity, building, and skill development will keep human development as its center. Health has been and will remain a key part of our partnership. Many Indian doctors and healthcare workers have been serving here with distinction. We are glad that you have decided to recognize Indian medical standards. This will ensure access to high-quality, affordable medicine for all. We also welcome your decision to adopt the UPI digital payment system. It is a major step forward. UPI has revolutionized digital payments in India. Powered by the platform, India has become the nation with the highest number of real-time digital payments in the world. Today, in India, even the mango sellers have QR code. If you try to pay them in cash, they will ask you to use UPI because they don't have the change. We are also keen to collaborate on other digital innovations. As India develops AI tools to foster growth and development in the global South, Trinidad and Tobago will be a priority nation for us. We will share our expertise in agriculture, horticulture, and food processing. Machinery from India will support your agro industry. And because development is about dignity, we will organize an artificial limb fitment camp and differently able citizens here. For us, there are no limits to our cooperation with you. We will always be guided by your needs and priorities. Friends, synergy between our nations holds immense promise. As a key player in the Caribbean and bridge to Latin America, Trinidad and Tobago has a great potential. I'm sure that our ties will help us forge a stronger connection with the wider region, building on the momentum of the second India-CARICOM summit. We are eager to collaborate on initiatives that enhance trade and investment, build infrastructure and mobility, implement community development projects, and above all, support capacity building, training and skill development on a large scale. Friends, I also see our partnership in a larger global framework. The scale and speed of change in the world is unprecedented. There are fundamental shifts in the nature of politics and power. Free trade is under pressure. There are growing global divisions, disputes, and disparities. The world is faced with challenges of climate change, food, health, and energy